Welcome to the WatchBox studio here in Neuchâtel. My name is Patrik and I have a special guest with me today, Rene Weber from Vontobel Bank. I understand you are the chief analyst in the luxury field, is that correct?
Let's call it Analyst.
Analyst.
Okay.
Well, welcome here at the WatchBox studio.
Pleasure.
Rene, you have a lot of experience in the watch industry from the field you're working on. Can you give me a state of the industry today, the health of the industry today?
I think when we look back 2018, it was a very good year for the total Swiss watch industry. We had good growth of 6%. Now looking a little bit the last few months, it started clearly to see a slowdown. And if I talk to the companies, also to the retailers, I think that slowdown continues now in the first half year. But we still have to see, it's a rather good year. We also believe that 2019 will be again with growth, but probably less than we had in 2018.
So nothing really unexpected. Now when you look at some of the trends which you feel are noteworthy, what could you mention?
I think one of the most important point is that the price ranges we see. The top end in the Swiss watch industry is still growing, whereas the low end and the mid end, so we talk about brands like Swatch and Tissot, they are on a decline.
You just returned from Basel and a few months ago SHH. How important do you think those kind of fairs are still in today's world?
Probably it's not the same as it was in the past, because in the past most of the brands could already have done the orders for the full year at Basel World. I think now we have seen a lot of changes going on in the market, so with all the internet things, now it's more open also to the public. And I think it's still necessary that you have an exhibition. People want to see, want to feel the kind of watches. And I think that now Basel World and SHH have agreed to find one date for next year. That already is a good step.
That's a good step in the right direction. So
yes.
You're saying Basel World will still be around next year?
Yes, I hope so. And I believe, especially when the large players like Rolex, like Patrik, Chopin, LVMH, if they continue to be there, then they will continue to have a Basel World as well.
I went to the extreme today. I'm wearing a real niche brand here, which is Ochs & Junior. They produce a few hundred pieces a year. Here I have a connected watch, two different worlds, more than 10 million watches a year. What do you think are the chances first for niche brands? Names like Kari Voutilainen, H. Moser, Loya Ferrier and so forth. Where do you see are their obstacles and their chances?
Yeah, I think I like most of these brands, so I think they have done quite a lot of innovations, and you can see when you see a Moser, it's really something special. The main problem they have is at the end the distribution, and I think that problem will even be more of a problem in the future, because we see in the watch retail industry quite a strong impact from the consolidation. So Bucher as the number one has taken over the number one in the US. Watch of Switzerland, which is number one in the UK, has taken over the number three in the US. We've seen a strategic alliance here in Switzerland with the number two and the number four. And so all these retailers are coming together, and usually they have a limited number of brands in their portfolio. And therefore it will be more difficult for the smaller brands to come into that distribution level.
So there is no space in the distribution.
Right, and of course, we also have seen that in the last few years that the large brands are gaining market share. So especially Rolex. Rolex was in the last 5 years every year gaining market share, and I think that trend will continue.
Now the other extreme, the connected watches. We read a lot about it. How do you see? Let's call it a threat. Is it a threat to the watch industry?
For me, at the end, for the Swiss watch industry, it's not really a problem. The only place where it is a problem is at the end, the low end. And therefore, the brand like a Swatch, yes, as I mentioned, they can feel it. But the high end is a totally different category. And so I don't see that really as a negative impact. And you see how these smartwatches are developing. In the past, you were mainly on the step counters, they had emails on it, but now it's getting much more into a health device, and therefore it goes total different direction than we have in the Swiss watch industry.
Now you're here at the WatchBox lounge in Neuchâtel. WatchBox is the biggest global trader, buyer and seller of pre-owned watches. Tell me something, what you feel, or the trend you see, or the future you see of the certified pre-owned luxury timepiece market.
Yeah, for me it's one of the most interesting places to be, and I think people realize you will get very nice watches in the secondary market, and if you look at these watches, probably you don't see that they are old watches, and you get some watches which are very interesting, and so I consider that to be an interesting place.
Thank you very much for spending some time with us.
And thank you, Patrik.
Thank you for watching.